To the closing parts, which was the most important part. The Telegraph has also seen Facebook posts by Colin O'Driscoll, co-chairman of the group. He wrote, quote, "Anti-Semitism accusations are a sideshow, a convenient weapon being used on behalf of the right in British society to derail Corbyn supporters," end quote. He also claimed the Jewish Leadership Council and the Board of Deputies were, beginning quote, "overwhelming Tory supporters." We'll address all these
So
points.
far, the article is confirming exactly what I said.
So far,
anyway.
he's reading out what the Labour have said.
Yeah,
We haven't got to the conclusion
Okay,
yet.
let's go to conclusion. I won't jump the
Who
gun.
are happy to...
I'll stick to my...
happy to participate in overheated hyperbole because it suits their class interest. End quote. Class interest. So, I'm saying my commentary. Mr. Driscoll did not respond to requests for comment. So Mr. Driscoll is now not commenting. Sorry, no commentary. I'll give my commentary in a few minutes. Mr. James said, beginning quote, so this is... I'll say that in a minute. If any member of my constituency Labour Party has concerns, no doubt they will contact me. Jennifer Gerber, director of Labour Friends of Israel, said the report represented the, beginning quote, the kind of conspiracy mongering and victim blaming that has been constant feature of the anti-Semitism crisis under Jeremy Corbyn, end quote. Now I'm going to leave my commentary, then you can butt in.
So the article is finished now.
So the only...
Okay.
Hang on,
Are you going to do your commentary first?
Yeah, and then you can jump in.
Okay.
So the only comment...
Can I have my phone back?
Yeah, the only comment that Labour... the only comment that the Telegraph made about Labour was accusing the report of conspiracy mongering. There was no other commentary.
Okay.
So with the greatest respect, Adnan, you brought up your university credentials and you're very well educated. One day maybe I'll be as smart as you. But...
I think you are smart enough.
With my simple northern uneducated mind...
I'm not saying these things.
I read that article.
You are self-inflicting.
The camera's not lying. You said that if I went to university, I'd know how to read a paper like you do. Because
did I say that?
Introduced the argument. This is exactly
did I say that?
Said.
Okay, let people decide. It's recorded. I don't know if I said that.
You did say that.
Okay, no, I don't think so. A lot of people accuse me a lot of things, and it turns out later on that I didn't even say it. Last week, a woman accused me of calling her an extremist. I never called her an extremist. I said that there are people... Yeah, there you go.
Did anyone else mishear Adnan, or did he say there's a structure and you started? Yeah. So other people heard what I heard. And in my simplicity, I then said, okay, you're right. Let's read the article to its conclusion. And in that conclusion, what the Telegraph did, they quoted a number of accusations which most people would interpret as anti-Semitic, like Jews vote along class privilege in suggesting that Jews are rich, saying that the Jewish Leadership Council and the Board of Deputies have a Tory lean despite the Board of Deputies being made up of ex-Labour members, like Gillian Merrin and people. So what the article did, it presented their position, which is conspiracy mongering, then presented what Labour said and pulled out the problematic things that this report said, the anti-Semitic things that this report said.
Okay, my turn. Now what the article does, my take on the article is that article presents a fair picture of the situation. Article gives us an insight into a report, albeit a brief insight, but it gives us an insight into a report made by some Labour members who claim that the State of Israel was meddling with the politics of Britain, right? On the other hand, pro-Israel lobby members or some Zionist activists in Britain are saying this is conspiracy mongering. So we have two biased views. Clearly, right? One view is the Labour view, who are accusing the State of Israel for meddling into the politics of the country, and by that virtue, Labour lost the elections, number one. Number two, the Zionist activists in this country, they come back and they say, no, that's conspiracy mongering. So who do we listen to now? Okay, what do? We actually go and study the evidence ourselves. For the evidence that was cited by the Labour activists, we need to go and watch the Al Jazeera documentary. Simple. Go and watch the Al Jazeera documentary from the very beginning to the very end. And and there's an American version, and there are books written. I mean, we're not talking about America here. That's a completely different topic. Israel lobby in the US. Okay, there are books written on that. I mean, it's not me because I'm talking about it. Somehow I become a bogeyman. No, it is well known. It is out there. It has been researched by academics. Okay, I don't know why Joseph is still insisting on to the contrary, or on insisting that there's no such thing, right?
Adnan,
There
you
is
are the
clear
master
evidence.
of deflection and running away.
Okay.
You have mastered that.
Okay.
Come
Let
back
me
to
let
the-
me
no,
let
no,
me
no, no,
let
no,
me
no,
master it more.
Adnan, I'll
Let me
you speak
finish.
for a while.
Let me
No, no, no,
master.
no.
No. Wait. Yeah. I'll let you speak. Did I interrupt you? You spoke. So now, two views have been presented in this article, and Labour researchers, they cite the Al Jazeera documentary. Go and watch it. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to Joseph. Watch the Al Jazeera documentary on Israeli meddling into the British politics, and we will see. That's it. Simple as that. I have nothing more to say on that. I'm not saying anything. I'm not interested in this politics. It doesn't affect me in any way.
That's why you
I am,
brought it up.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's why you brought it up.
No, because
You're not
no,
interested
you were
in it.
talking about it.
You brought up an
no,
article.
I-
I'd never read the article, Adnan.
You were-
You're clearly interested in it. You're clearly interested in it. Now, the entire conversation has been caught on camera. The entire conversation was caught with you.
So,
No, I'll
what's
let you
wrong with
speak.
what's
You
wrong
talk-
with it being caught on camera?
Adnan, you came to the conversation.
Yeah.
You said, there was an article written, yeah? I have evidence that Israel
Why-
is...
why did I bring the article
Adnan,
up?
Let me speak. I'll let you speak.
Can you please highlight why I mentioned the
Adnan,
article?
Are you going to let me speak? I'll let you speak. Let me
Yes,
speak my own way,
yes,
then you can respond to
yes.
what I say. That's how it works.
And you called me the master of deflections.
I was literally saying
Continue.
something, you interrupt me and then say you're deflecting.
Continue.
Will you say what you've got to say? Okay, just say.
Yeah, exactly.
Say what you've got to say.
Sorry, who
No,
are
you're
you?
prevaricating all of it. Just say what you've got to say.
Nick, continue.
Well, I don't know
What
why
are you
I
saying?
don't know why you're looking with those strange eyes at me.
The strange
Just
beady
say-
Jew eyes.
just
Just
say what
continue.
you've
Just
got to
continue.
say.
Make your point, please.
Yes, please.
Um,
I've got one for you.
so, you brought the article out because you said you had evidence
Why?
that Israel was interfering in the election.
Why did I bring the article out?
Adnan, can I just speak, please?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Now, I said, can we read the article? Yeah? The article very clearly was critical of the report.
No, it was not.
Anyone who was listening to it being read out, and we're not going to read it out again, and people can make their own mind up. They brought out cases which most people would consider anti-Semitic. It said it accused the report of conspiracy mongering.
It doesn't
Now
work
you-
anymore.
Adnan,
The anti-Semitic charge,
Okay.
anti-Semitism
Have a
charge
nice
doesn't
day,
work. No,
Adnan.
continue.
you
You can't call when people criticize the state.
you can't be
When
prejudiced
people
against
when
Muslims.
people
You can't be
criticize the
prejudiced.
state of Israel, you cannot call them anti-Semitic. It's not working anymore. It is failing. I'm
Adnan.
sorry, it's not working anymore.
Adnan,
Yeah,
are
go
you
on.
going to let me speak,
Yes,
or are you just
go
going
on.
to keep on shouting
Yes.
and performing for the camera?
Continue.
Because you're very good at performing, with all your qualifications and all your illustrious university achievements. Allow me to finish my point.
Okay.
So you presented the article. The reason you presented the article was because you believed it showed that the Israel government had been interfering. The article was very clearly critical of the report. You may disagree with that, and everyone on camera can make their own mind up. They can either read the report or listen to what we just said. And the reality is, Labour has an anti-Semitism problem. A 10,000-page dossier was handed into the Equality and Human Rights Commission. The only other group they've investigated is the British National Party, the other political group. 10,000 cases of anti-Semitism. Now, you may think that's the Israeli government smearing Labour, and you're entitled to that belief. But I can assure you, as powerful as you believe the Israeli lobby is, it isn't capable of going to Brenda's house in Portsmouth and making her post Holocaust denial. These Labour members are posting anti-Semitism on their Twitter feeds. They're speaking anti-Semitism at party meetings, and it's being recorded, handed over to either the press or the Equality and Human Rights Commission. It's not bogus. Just like there is anti-Muslim prejudice in the UK, and I would say the Tory party, unlike the Labour Party, has an issue with anti-Muslim prejudice. I'm not going to sit here and say that that's a lie, it's just the Saudi government interfering to try and get Jeremy Corbyn into power, because it's nonsense. There is prejudice that affects most minority communities in the UK. Labour doesn't have much of an Islamophobia problem. There's not much anti-Muslim bias in the Labour Party. There is anti-Jewish. And if you want to talk about
You want
it,
them to be anti-Muslim?
No, not at all. I'm explicitly saying the opposite. If you want to see a real lobbying effect, Go online, type Labour Conference Palestine, and you will see the conference was awash with Palestinian flags. There were 16 talks on Palestine. Every lanyard they wore, which had the member, like the visitors pass, or the pass for the conference, had the Palestinian flag on. 50% of them had, sorry, not everyone. Literally, if the Tory conference was awash with Israeli flags and it had the Israeli lanyard, people will be saying Zionist lobby, Jewish lobby, Jewish lobby, yet nobody talks about the Palestinian lobby at the Labour conference.
Okay, my response now.
Yeah.
Okay, 10,000 cases of anti-Semitism within the Labour Party. Every single one of these charges, I'm not a Labour spokesperson. I don't support any of these parties, by the way. I am not involved in the British politics. I'm simply talking about what I have seen, because I'm an observer, I'm a researcher, I'm generally interested in politics to know what's going on.
University graduate, if you please.
History is my field, by the way. Okay, I came across this very eloquent defense by a Jewish lady of the Labour Party. Okay, she defended the Labour Party against all of these accusations for almost 5 minutes. She gave evidence upon evidence upon evidence as to why all these allegations are all bogus. They are all without substance. She's a Jewish lady, by the way. I forgot. Sorry. Yeah. Wait. I was. No. You can't. I mean, this is a discussion. We're having a discussion. Jewish. Okay. 1 second.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's on my side. That's why he dropped the camera.
Hey, there is anti-Semitism in the Labour Party. There's no doubt.
No. There's anti-Semitism. There's wait.
Palestine.
No one is denying anti-Semitism in the Labour Party
that's what you were doing.
or in the Conservative Party or in all the parties around the world. There is anti-Semitism in Israeli parties. Okay, there is anti-Semitism in Israel. Hold on. When we try to make a mouse,
When in doubt, blame the Jews.
when we try to turn a mouse into an elephant, that's where the problem is, right? There are 1 or 2 or 3 cases maybe in Labour Party where they were actually dealt with. They were actually dismissed. Okay, this Jewish lady, I can't find the video right now. I watched it and I was completely blown away. She's Jewish. She's a member of the Labour Party, and she put such an eloquent defense of the Labour Party. It was unbelievable how she dismantled she said all of these 10,000 accusations of anti-Semitism or all of these 10,000 cases, 99% of them, they are all made up. It's all, and some of the reports, some of the complaints made against the Labour Party, when they were actually searched, those complaints were made from the same sources again and again. Wait, no, it's my turn. It's my turn.
How did she say
It's
that
my turn.
It's not
She said some of these complaints, and I really ask people out there to post that video in the comment section so that others can watch that video as well. I'll look for it as well, and if I can post it so that you can see all these accusations against the Labour Party of anti-Semitism were in fact a conspiracy. It was a conspiracy. If anything, that was the conspiracy, not the other way around.
Because a Jewish woman that Adnan watched on YouTube says it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. Sorry guys, I can't argue with that.
Why don't we listen to our reasons?
Watched the video. Adnan, first and foremost,
Let me find the video.
Let me speak. Sorry, I can't help myself. I'm an uneducated Geordie. We shout, we get animated. So Adnan said that of those 10,000 cases, 99% were made up. There's one slight flaw with his argument. Only a handful of people have actually seen the 10,000 page dossier. The woman he watched on YouTube hasn't seen it. So yet again,
No, don't make these claims. Let me find her. She is a very important figure within the Labour Party. Here we. Okay, we found it. Okay, we found it. Her name is Jenny Manson. There she is. Hold on. Okay, right.
just been given a present. Sorry, just a moment to appreciate my new hat. Thank you.
Okay, Jenny Manson on ABC News, and this interview was recorded on the 17th of July 2019. This is the interview I'm talking about. Jenny Manson, go and watch it, everyone.
therefore, so
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. Okay. Wait.
I will watch that.
Yes.
Jenny,
Can I finish?
So one
Can
person
I
says
finish?
that,
Can
and
I?
therefore it must be
Can
true.
I finish?
First
Can
and
I finish?
foremost, I just wanna say,
Wait.
make
We
speakers
suspend.
great
We
again.
suspend judgment. We suspend judgment until we listen to this lady. She's not the final say. I'm not saying she is the judge. I'm not saying she is the ultimate authority on the topic. But please at least go and listen to her.
Do you know who
What
she is?
Okay, wait.
I do.
We'll come to. Okay, so you know her and you know about her defense, right? Have you seen this?
I haven't seen that video. No.
Okay.
But
Let's.
do you know-
Shall we watch it now?
No, because let's not watch Jenny Manson.
No, can we watch? We can watch it now. It's about 9 minutes long.
No, let's. Adnan, we'll all go home. I'm not sitting and watching a 9-minute video.
Wait.
I've got a wife.
She
I've got
takes
a
down.
family.
Wait. You read the entire article.
I'm not going to sit and watch a 9-minute video.
We won't.
Like the article took a
We
couple
won't.
minutes.
We won't. What I want people to do watching right now, okay? It's not me saying this. It is a Jewish woman defending the Labour Party against all these accusations of anti-Semitism. She's saying all of these accusations are false. If not all, majority, 99% of them are false. Go and watch this particular interview. Jenny Manson on ABC News defending the Labour Party against accusations of anti-Semitism, and see what she has. Don't believe her. Don't believe her. Don't listen to her. But at least go and see what she has to say,
Okay.
and see whether she is a conspiracy theorist as well.
My closing
Yeah.
comments are: yes, you can go and watch the YouTube video that Adnan shared, or
Jenny Manson. Who is she, by the way?
she's Labour, Jewish Voice for Labour. She's one
Jewish?
of the Voice for Labour.
Okay, so
No,
do you agree with her?
So here, first and foremost.
Okay, firstly, what does she?
Adnan, let me speak, please. Okay, so you have within the Jewish party, the Jewish Labour movement was affiliated with the Labour Party for around 100 years. Once the anti-Semitism crisis emerged, Jewish Labour movement basically disaffiliated. They didn't fully disaffiliate, but they basically were very critical of Corbyn and the anti-Semitism. A fringe group of socialists set up Jewish Voice for Labour. They have a handful
fringe.
They have a handful.
Now you're being anti-Semitic.
Adnan, they have a handful of
Joseph
members.
is being
Adnan,
anti-Semitic.
Let me speak, mate. You've got to let other people speak, bro. Seriously.
That's anti-Semitic.
Okay. Have a nice day, Adnan. Make Speakers Corner
Sorry,
great again.
continue. I'm only messing around.
So, Jewish Voice for Labour has very few Jewish members. I went to one of their protests, filmed them, asked their members, were they Jewish? They were like, no, I'm a Christian, happy Christmas. Say things that no Jewish really say at Hanukkah. And so, what Adnan has done, he's gone to a fringe group of pro-Corbynites, quoted, or sourced their YouTube video, which is fine. He's entitled to watch YouTube videos. Sometimes I like watching kittens on YouTube as well. So you can either look at that evidence.
I watch
or
Tom and Jerry
Adnan,
sometimes.
Adnan.
Nostalgia.
My
Nostalgia.
turn.
I watch Tom and Jerry. I'm just telling you that I watch Tom and Jerry on YouTube. I actually do. You may be thinking that's weird, but sometimes, you know, my kids want to watch.
If you're watching JVL, I imagine Tom and Jerry's actually quite an intellectual upgrade for you. So to come back to my point, are you going to pay attention to the actual commission that was set up to investigate racism? And the very fact that this commission is investigating Labour, and the only other political party that have investigated is an actual neo-Nazi party, the British National Party, that should tell you more than a woman that Adnan happened to watch on YouTube. And
Okay,
so my closing point are, and Adnan can say whatever he wants after this. I'm going home to enjoy my new hat.
Stay until I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'll listen to your
I want to
point.
end
I'll
on a
listen to your
positive
point.
note.
I'll
I want to
listen
end
to
on
your
a
point. I'll
positive
listen to
note.
your
Now, look. The point is, Joseph,
I can't hear
Joseph being a Zionist, he has his perspective. We have to respect his perspective. We can disagree with that. I disagree with a lot of the things Joseph has said in the past few months. I disagree with a lot of what he says, but I respect him as a human. I respect his view. Likewise, I request that you listen to my views. Don't have to agree with them. You don't have to agree with them. When I point to a source of evidence in this regard, please go and check it out. Al Jazeera documentary on Israel's meddling within the British politics, number one. Number two, Jenny Manson on YouTube. And then after that, watch Tom and Jerry.